Well, good morning, everybody. Well, I got another ride in mind today. It's a gorgeous day. Really feels like the first day of summer weather we've had this year. Temperature is going to be about 70 degrees, light wind out of the west. Perfect day for a ride. How am I feeling? Perfect. Couldn't be better. Yeah, today I thought I would go to a kind of a hot spot for local cyclists. It's on the Bayfield Peninsula, Chequamegon-Nicolet National Forest. It's a paved forest road, Forest Road 236. The total length of the road is about 20 miles, maybe a little more. I'm not going to do all of that today. I plan on starting at the intersection of Highway C and 236. It's about halfway between Washburn and Cornucopia. I'll start there and I'll head down to Hoist Lake and then turn around and come back. It's about 9 miles one way, so 18 miles total. That should be a good early season ride for me. I also plan to go by a CCC Camp, Civilian Conservation Corps, for those not familiar. And I'll talk more about that when I get there. So, yeah. Tailwind prayers have been submitted. It's time to go turn some pedals. I'll see you on the road. Well, I made it to my start point. This is the intersection of 236 and Highway C. 236 heads out this direction. Highway C back here. And there's a nice little parking area here that the locals use. I see a vehicle over here from Minnesota with a bike rack on it, so they're on this today. This road is used by a lot of local cyclists. It's a paved road that's in pretty darn good shape, and it rolls through what the locals call the barrens. It's a pine barrens, for lack of a better term. And I'll talk more about that on the road. And we're on the road. Heading south on Forest Road 236. I think this will be a relatively short video. I don't plan on recording much of the ride itself. It's kind of boring. What you see now is what the whole thing is. But I do want to record enough so that if you're interested, you can get a feel of what it's like. So this road runs from Highway C, basically southerly direction, all the way to US Highway 2 at the little junction known as Ino. I'll roll in that total mileage. I think it's about 20. And for me to do an out and back 40 miles, just not in the cards for me anymore. So my plan is to go about halfway to a couple of lakes that are adjacent to the road, Hoist Lake and Rib Lake. And I'll stop there for a few minutes, gather myself, and turn around and head back. Road is in really good condition, with the exception that you'll notice there are transverse cracks every, I don't know, 30 to 50 feet, something like that. That I assume is from thermal expansion. It's very cold up here and gets quite hot up here. There's really no transverse cracking, so longitudinal cracking, I should say. So I think the base is pretty darn good. There's a fair amount of logging trucks that use this road. But I think they're pretty well regulated as far as maximum loads, and they don't allow them on here during spring breakup when they could really damage the road. There are some blossoms on some of the small trees. This is mostly pine forest, so that's green year round, but there's also hardwood mixed in here too. And those are starting to leaf out. It is late May. There's the blue jay. Our spring has been, it seems like, pretty darn cold and windy. But this day finally feels like summer is coming, because it was 70 degrees when I got here. There's a light westerly wind that I'm mostly heading into now, so it'd be nice on the way back. Or to start and end of the ride, the road runs east and west. So I'm going to enjoy that on the way back. I hope I even make it to my planned 20 miles today. My band had a gig. This is Sunday. My band had a gig on Friday. I didn't get home until 1 a.m. Saturday morning. And then Saturday night, last night, I ran sound for a friend's band. Well, that wasn't as late. I got home about 10:30, something like that. So, but still, I stayed up until midnight, I think, or close to it. So, yeah, I'm running on a little less sleep than I normally get. I'll find out how I do. Now, these cracks aren't bad, but they're just kind of annoying on a bicycle. So this area is part of the Chequamegon National Forest. The Geology quite different from my home. This is only a 30-minute drive from my home in Ashland. But Ashland sits on the south shore of Chequamegon Bay, Lake Superior. And there is about 200 to 300 feet of clay beneath Ashland. More than likely lake deposits from when the lake was bigger in the past. When you get onto the other side of the bay in Washburn, there are sandstone rock outcroppings. And when you get up here in the Bayfield Peninsula, whew, this climb's taking my breath a little bit. Anyway, this area is a rolling topography, and the soil is sand everywhere. I'm no geologist, but I presume that, we're at 1,100 feet right now in elevation. So that's 500 feet higher than current lake level. And I assume at one time this was shoreline area. Good afternoon. Must be the folks from Minnesota. Yeah, I believe this Bayfield Peninsula is a little higher in elevation, was probably shorelines or outwash from streams when the lake was higher. This also makes for quite a different climate than Ashland has. It's sort of surrounded by Lake Superior. And being at a little higher elevation, it is subject to lake effect snows. So oftentimes, even if we have no snow on the ground in Ashland, there will be snow up here. And over the winter, the snow will be much deeper here. I thought I'd take a little stop here and show you something else that goes on here in the forest. This is a logging site. There are a lot of logging operations going on in the forest, all managed by the USDA, Forest Service. Put out bids to loggers, and they'll come through and sometimes selectively cut. I think most of them I've seen lately have been selective cuts. This appears to be a small clear cut, and it looks like it's in a more of a deciduous forest. There are pines right there on the other side of the road. mostly hardwoods. And then these areas are planted, of course, when the loggers are done. As I go past that logging area, I can smell that it has been burned. And I believe that's mainly to just get rid of the remnants of the logging. But it reminded me that another activity that takes place in this area are controlled burns. We won't see one today. It'll be south of where I'm planning on stopping. There's a large area. I'll see if I can find the size of that area and roll it in here. But they do prescribe burns every few years. Well, I think they do it every year, but I mean, they don't burn the whole thing. They'll just burn certain portions of it and then come back in, I don't know, 10, 15 years and re-burn an area. The purpose is to keep the forest from growing back and provide a habitat for different species of wildlife as well as flora that are actually native to this area, because before white men came here, before any men came here, Indian or white, there were naturally occurring forest fires. I've seen the notes from the original government surveys that were done in the 1850s as the surveyors came through, and they noted windfall areas and burn areas. So it's not just human species that causes fires, it was natural things. Anyway, those areas were home to different kinds of plants and animals. And Forest Service is trying to replicate that. Yeah, this logging area goes on for a lot more than I thought. Yeah, and it's all been burned recently, probably this spring. Okay, we've made it to Hoist Lake. Chipmunk. Let's take a little walk down to the lake, see what's happening. Hoist Lake is the name, so I presume back in the logging days, this was a very active place. This whole area was crisscrossed with narrow gauge railroads to haul the timber out. And I'm just speculating here, but I'll bet that a lot of timber in the surrounding area was dropped into this lake and floated over to a hoist to put it onto rail cars and to continue its way out of here. Lake's a lot bigger than what we see here. Oh, there's a little makeshift fire ring where people come and build a fire and commune with nature. I think I'll do the same. Well, I'm not going to build a fire, but I do have with me some jerky. It's a hobby I've recently acquired, is making my own beef jerky. So that's my halfway treat for today. I'm going to sit down and ponder life's meaning and have some jerky. You know, I had a little setback this winter. Yeah. Decided to drag out my old cross-country skis. And I wanted to do something to keep up my fitness level over the winter. So for the first time in, I think it was 40 years, I strapped on my skis and hit a trail. Literally. I got about 200 feet and fell backwards and caught myself and really messed up both shoulders. I was in a lot of hurt there for quite a while. The left shoulder is a little better. Right shoulder isn't a little better, but it's not good. I did have an MRI on that right shoulder. There's nothing they can do but replace it. And the doc told me, Jim, just make do as best you can with it. And when it gets to the point where you can't take it anymore, come and see me. So anyway, I spent a lot of the winter planning bicycle rides and hoping that I'd be able to ride. And I'm very thankful that prayers are answered, and I am able. So these are the days that I was thinking about all winter as I was planning rides. It's just beautiful out here. Thank you, Lord. All right, enough lollygagging around. Time to get back on the road. Oh, and by the way, this time of year, there are a lot of ticks in the woods. I'm sure I'll have some on me when I get home. And you'd better check for ticks yourself when you're done watching this video. On my way back to the starting point, what a gorgeous day. What a gorgeous day. I'm flying compared to the way out. Okay, we're coming up on the entrance to Brinks Camp site. It's on the left. Let's go in and have a look around. In the early 1930s, during the Great Depression, the government started a program called CCC, Civilian Conservation Corps. It was a make-work program for men that were out of work, and this is one of the sites where the CCC had a camp. In this area, their mission was to plant trees in areas that had been clear cut and to provide roads and other facilities for firefighting, fire suppression. These forests were basically just clear cut. There's nothing left of the old growth. So they planted a lot of the pine trees that you see here today. There are foundations left here. This one right here, old stone foundation. Not much left. The men that worked in these camps were paid $1 a day. They got to keep $5 a month, and the rest of the money was sent home to their families. Almost back to the start. Thought I'd take a little video of these signs. I saw the white on the top of that sign. I originally thought it was defective material on the sign, but what I've heard is that it's actually some type of bird that sits on the top of the sign and pecks away at that reflective material. So many of the signs now, they put an aluminum little roof on the top of the sign so that the birds can't get at that material. Anyway, here we are back at Highway C. And my truck's still there. That's always a good sign. I'll stop and we'll wrap it up in just a couple of minutes. Okay, let's wrap up. That went really well. I was a little apprehensive because of my late nights the couple of days prior, but it wasn't a problem at all. Didn't feel sleepy or fatigued. No chest pains again. So, yeah. If I said it once, I said it 100 times. Just a gorgeous day. Don't you wish all days could be like this? Light winds and 70 degrees, partly cloudy. Boy, I've been waiting for this all winter. Really couldn't do anything much all winter but plan this, and it's finally here. So, I'll sign off. Thanks for coming along.